Actions Princess Catherine is not allowed to do in public. 1. Excessive displays of affection. Public displays of affection are one of the clearest behavioral limits placed on Princess Catherine. While modern audiences are accustomed to seeing couples express closeness freely, the British royal family treats physical affection as symbolic behavior, not personal impulse. Excessive intimacy risks shifting attention from duty to emotion, something the monarchy has historically avoided. For this reason, Catherine is not expected to hug, kiss, or hold hands with Prince William for extended periods in public. At official engagements, contact is limited to brief, functional gestures, such as a light touch on the arm when walking or a short handhold during moments of protocol transition. These gestures are not romantic signals, but cues of coordination. Clear examples can be seen during state visits and formal ceremonies, where William and Catherine often walk slightly apart. Even during emotionally charged moments, such as public commemorations or funerals, physical restraint is maintained. By contrast, informal affection is reserved strictly for private settings. This rule protects institutional dignity. The crown represents continuity, not intimacy. Catherine's discipline in limiting public affection reinforces the message that her primary role is service, not self-expression, ensuring focus remains on the institution rather than the couple at all times. 2. Eating and chewing gum indiscriminately. Public eating etiquette for Princess Catherine is tightly regulated because casual consumption can undermine the formality the monarchy projects. Chewing gum, in particular, is prohibited at public engagements. The rule is practical and symbolic. Gum distracts from speech, looks informal on camera, and photographs poorly during handshakes and greetings. Former royal aides have noted that gum is considered discourteous in diplomatic settings where clear speech and composure matter. Catherine's appearances consistently reflect this discipline. During long walkabouts or sporting events, she is never seen chewing gum, even when events last hours. Food consumption follows similar limits. Royals do eat during engagements, but only when the event is explicitly centered on dining, such as state banquets or hosted receptions. Outside those contexts, eating is managed off-camera. When Catherine visits schools, hospitals, or markets, tasting sessions are brief, choreographed, and often involve symbolic bites rather than casual eating. This approach minimizes choking risks, prevents awkward photos, and avoids favoritism toward particular foods or brands. A clear example appeared during overseas tours, where Catherine sampled local dishes only when protocol allowed, often alongside hosts. The restraint protects dignity and consistency. In royal optics, appetite is private, representation is public. Discipline preserves authority globally. 3. Wearing inappropriate or offensive clothing. Public appearance for Princess Catherine is governed by strict expectations of modesty and cultural sensitivity. She is prohibited from wearing outfits considered revealing, provocative, or distracting, because clothing is treated as institutional messaging rather than personal expression. Skirts are generally kept at or below the knee, necklines remain high, and sheer fabrics are avoided, especially under strong lighting. This is why Catherine frequently wears tailored coats, structured dresses, and layered looks that prevent accidental exposure. Concrete examples show how seriously this rule is enforced. During a 2014 tour of Australia, Catherine wore weighted hemlines after previous incidents where wind lifted skirts at public events, a quiet adjustment learned from past royal missteps. At the 2017 BAFTA Awards, she deliberately wore black and white instead of full black, aligning with protocol while avoiding visual statements that could be misread. Even footwear follows restraint. Towering heels or overtly glamorous styles are rare during daytime duties. The contrast is intentional. By dressing conservatively, Catherine avoids shifting attention from the event to herself. In royal logic, inappropriate clothing is not a fashion mistake, but a diplomatic risk. Modesty protects authority, credibility, and cultural respect simultaneously across international engagements, formal ceremonies, religious visits, memorials, and state occasions. 4. Unauthorized autograph signing or taking photos. Princess Catherine is not allowed to sign autographs or agree to photographs on personal impulse, a rule rooted in security and legal concerns. Members of the British royal family avoid signing items such as books, clothing, or photographs because signatures can be forged and misused for financial fraud. This restriction became widely known after Princess Diana's era, when her signature appeared on auctioned items, raising concerns about authentication and exploitation. Photographs follow equally strict protocols. Catherine cannot freely accept selfie requests or casual photos, especially in crowds. Every image taken must comply with security assessments, positioning rules, and official consent. During public walkabouts, aides carefully manage interactions, deciding when handshakes or brief posed photos are permitted. A clear example occurred during overseas tours, where royal staff limited photography angles and distances to prevent security risks. These controls protect more than privacy; they safeguard institutional authority. A spontaneous autograph or photo could be interpreted as favoritism, commercial endorsement, or security negligence. By adhering to procedure, Catherine reinforces the idea that royal access is symbolic, not transactional. The rule may appear distant, but it preserves the monarchy's credibility, legal safety, and public trust in an age where images spread instantly and uncontrollably. 5. Walking ahead of or overshadowing higher-ranking members. Public hierarchy within the British royal family is never symbolic decoration. It is a visible system of authority. Princess Catherine is therefore strictly forbidden from walking ahead of, separating from, or visually dominating senior royals during official appearances. Movement itself communicates rank. To step forward uninvited is to suggest authority one does not yet possess. Protocol dictates that Catherine walks either slightly behind or precisely alongside Prince William, depending on context, and always behind the king or queen. During formal occasions such as Trooping the Colour or Commonwealth services, spacing is choreographed in advance. Even staircases and entrances follow rehearsed order. A misstep is not a personal mistake, but a public breach of hierarchy. Historical precedent explains this rigidity. In 1981, Princess Diana's tendency to walk ahead of Prince Charles was quietly criticized within palace circles, later cited as an early symbol of imbalance. The institution learned that visual hierarchy must remain unambiguous. Catherine's strict adherence reassures continuity. By never overtaking senior figures, she reinforces the monarchy's internal order without words. This discipline prevents speculation, power confusion, or perceived rivalry. In royal culture, position is not negotiated. It is displayed, measured, and respected at every step. 6. Using personal social media accounts. One action Princess Catherine is strictly forbidden from doing in public is using personal social media accounts. Unlike celebrities or influencers, she does not own or operate any private Instagram, Twitter, or Facebook profiles. This rule exists to protect both security and institutional control over messaging. Any post made by a senior royal is treated as an official statement, not a personal opinion. All content featuring Catherine is published only through verified royal family channels, such as Kensington Palace's official social media accounts. Posts are reviewed by communication teams, legal advisors, and security staff before release. This prevents accidental political signaling, privacy breaches, or misinformation. A clear example occurred during major national events, when carefully worded captions replaced spontaneous reactions. The restriction also prevents impersonation and fraud. Royal signatures, images, and statements are frequently targeted by scammers. By eliminating personal accounts, the palace reduces opportunities for fake endorsements or manipulated quotes attributed to Catherine. In contrast, Meghan Markle previously maintained personal social media before marriage, highlighting how entry into senior royal roles fundamentally changes digital freedom. Catherine's silence online is therefore not absence, but discipline. Her digital voice is institutional, measured, and controlled, reinforcing the monarchy's image of stability worldwide. 7. Being overly familiar with strangers. Princess Catherine is strictly prohibited from appearing overly familiar with strangers in public settings, a rule rooted in royal protocol and security discipline. Excessive warmth, prolonged handshakes, unsolicited hugs, or casual physical closeness may seem harmless in everyday life, but within royal appearances, they carry symbolic and practical risks. Royals are not private individuals. Every gesture is interpreted as status, endorsement, or intimacy. Standard protocol dictates that Catherine may shake hands only when initiated by the other party, and the contact must be brief. This rule was visible during official walkabouts, where she greets hundreds of people yet avoids lingering contact. Security experts have repeatedly explained that prolonged physical interaction increases vulnerability and complicates crowd control. There are documented moments illustrating this restraint. During the 2016 Canada tour, Catherine smiled warmly and exchanged short greetings, but consistently maintained physical distance even with enthusiastic admirers. This balance allowed approachability without informality. By contrast, breaches of such distance by public figures have previously led to criticism or security concerns. Maintaining diplomatic distance reinforces hierarchy and neutrality. Catherine's measured interactions signal respect without favoritism, warmth without familiarity. In royal culture, closeness is carefully rationed. The absence of casual intimacy protects both personal safety